Brenda, Carson, 1, 2, 3, Carla. And everybody. There's Dr. Wyman.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I got the wrong application going. So I was in another application waiting for you guys. See, we all make mistakes. Oh, well. Anyway, you're all here now. So let's see. Do you?
I'm Ms. Carson. I am the PTK advisor.
Okay, and I'm Dr. Wyman for ABG. So do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start. So these are two different clubs, but we always do them together because they're both honor societies. So PTK is Phi Theta Kappa, and ours is just the overall honor society. Mine is a little bit different than Dr. Wyman's. Hers is just business, and our GPA is a little bit different. So some of you may be eligible for both clubs, and some of you may be eligible for just ABG. PTK, you have to have a 3.5 GPA. And Dr. Wyman, what was ABG's?
3.0.
3.0. So that's the main difference. Obviously, if you're eligible for PTK, you're also going to be eligible for ABG.
Depending on your program.
And also your program, but most of them, most of the programs, because associates in arts and associates in science work for business, right?
Correct. So it's really the other way around. If you're eligible for ABG, you're definitely eligible. If you have a 3.5 GPA and you're eligible for ABG, you're also eligible for PTK regardless of your program.
Right.
Okay.
So a couple of other things, you have to have at least 12 credit hours. But if I emailed you, then you're eligible. You should be receiving a email from the ptk.org organization for mine. And it'll send you a code that you have to use to join online. My organization, you can only do it online. And it's a $75 copay. A pay. The $70 goes towards the organization and $5 goes to Martin, which is not a lot, I know. And I know it's expensive. There is one type of opportunity for some of you guys. If you absolutely cannot get the funds for it, please contact me. And we can see there's kind of a scholarship. I can only choose 3 people per semester. So if you're, it's only pays $60 of the 75, so you would still have to pay 15. But if you are interested in that, please contact me, and we can see if we can try to get you put in for that opportunity. Let's see what else. PTK, I tell people, what is the purpose of it? It looks really good to have that on your resume. If you're applying to a 4-year college, they really like that. There are also scholarships opportunities that you guys can apply for because you're a member of PTK. Once you're a member for life. If you, at the end of the year, whenever you graduate, you guys will receive a stole unless our money runs out, which hopefully it won't this year. And you will see a certificate when we have our induction ceremony, which would be in March or April of next semester. And I think that's all I got for PTK. Anybody have any questions for me for PTK?
They're all shy. They kept their cameras off and their microphones off.
I saw somebody earlier, but I was kind of waiting for everybody to get in. And normally people always say, well, do I have to do a bunch of stuff? Normally pre-COVID, we would try to do our meetings face-to-face, and we would also try to do some type of fundraiser and community involvement. Obviously, with COVID being what it is right now, we're probably not going to be able to do that kind of stuff. So maybe in the spring, if it gets better. I don't see it get any better at this point in time. But hopefully at some point we will be able to do some more things together, but there's no requirement that you have to, do a certain amount of community involvement hours or anything like that. We know that you guys are busy, and some of you have a full-time job, and some of you are in high school as well as, in college. And so we don't have any specific mandates that you have to do in order to be involved.
Okay, shall I go now, or did you want?
Yeah.
Is there more? Okay, ABG is very similar in a lot of ways. The big differences are that I will, after this meeting, I'm going to send an application that will be attached to the email about this meeting. And then if you're interested, you download it, fill it out, and bring it in. And it's $45 to join ABG, and 42 of that goes to the National ABG Society, and $3 stays here on campus. The same thing about the commitment. We don't require a commitment, but if we can do a fundraiser, that would be great, because like we said, we raise funds basically to purchase the stoles. And once the money runs out, if we don't do fundraisers, then if you want a stole, you will have to purchase that yourself, and they cost $25 each. So we've been, over the last, I don't know, since I've been here, we've had enough money to pay for stoles. So hopefully, but over the years, the students have also done fundraisers. So also, just as Ms. Carson said, if you were invited to join, that means that you are eligible to join. And the other only caveat I wanted to say about the stoles is, when you graduate, you will get a stole if you maintain a GPA of 3.0 or higher. If you fall below 3.0, you're still a member of ABG. It's a lifetime membership, but you wouldn't be recognized with a stole if your GPA falls below 3.0. So I just want that out there at the beginning, so that that that's a possibility if you should fall below that GPA. But I know you're all the scholars of the school, so that just won't happen. It's not in your DNA to let that happen. And I think that's pretty much everything else. Like,
I can't get in.
yes. Did you have a question? Oh, you can't get in?
I can't get in.
What in the
We
world?
can hear you.
I don't see your. I have a Carson ask you up here.
Caitlin, what's your last name? We can hear you, Caitlin. What's your?
Tell her to ask for a password to get in. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Caitlin. Is it Caitlin? Caitlin asked you? You're in
Yes,
as
ma'am.
Carson?
What do you want to put? Just put my name. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay if your name, if you know Carson and you're in as Carson, that's fine.
We can hear you. Do you
Yeah.
see it? Do you see us?
Yes. Yes. I'm turning the camera on.
Okay, so
Okay,
so you're Caitlin, not Carson.
I'm Carson, but Caitlin, she's my sister.
Okay, and she's trying to get in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't see an invitation for her. Is she on the right link?
When I put the Zoom address in, and then asked for a password.
What in the world?
But I got the email for this meeting.
Okay.
Okay, is she by you? Can she just watch with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
okay.
you.
All right, I'll put, so Caitlin, you're the other, so how do you spell your name?
CAITLYN.
CAITLYN, perfect. All right, I got you down.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. I was going to mention one other thing on top of what Dr. Wyman said. So, like I said, some of you may be invited to join both of them. And obviously, you know, the $75 and the $45 can be a lot of money for some people. So what you can do, you know, if you wanted to, is you could join ABG one semester and then save up the money. And then you could join PTK the next semester. It does not have to be a, you know, join right this second. You can save up until you get the money, because we are still going to allow you guys, if you want to join and participate in the meetings, we are still going to be happy to have you participate until you can save up some money to be able to join, you know, if you wish to.
Right. The only difference would be that, you know, you wouldn't, until you join, you won't get your certificate or the stole. Right. So you have to be a paid member to get those things, but you can participate, you can, and also don't worry, because every single semester we request and get a report of all the students who are eligible. So if you continue to be eligible, you're going to get this every single time. And every single semester. And once you join, you're still going to get the email. We just want you to know when the meetings are. So, you know, don't worry. We will not forget about you. I promise. We love our students, right, Ms. Carson?
Yes.
And we never forget about them ever. So we'll make sure that you are included. As long as your GPAs stay at that level, you're going to be included. So no worry. This should be stress-free. Because you're already the scholars of the school. So we know that you work hard and all of that. And there's no stress. If you want to be a member, it's wonderful. And it does make a big difference on your resume. Also, one of the things that I want to talk to you about is that joining is also another benefit to that is, like, if I get requests from employers, which I just had one yesterday, they're looking for good graduates from Martin that can take on jobs. The first place I look is my ABG list to see, okay, who are my scholars? Who are my best students? Usually good students turn out to be good employees. And this particular place I was talking with yesterday, that's what they were all about. They didn't really care about how much experience the person had. It was about their personality. Does this person have soft skills? Can they talk to people? Can they, you know, do they have the wherewithal to get up every morning and show up at work? You know, are they going to do what they're asked to do? Are they going to not give up? Are they going to just follow through? So those kinds of qualities are very important to employers. And then when you add that to the scholarly part, which is what you're all doing, it makes a fabulous package for a potential employee. So like I said, that's the first place I look, is my ABG list, and say, oh yeah, this person, oh, this person really helped out when we did the donut buy, or this person did this when we did the early childhood gifting, those kinds of things. So it does make a difference, and it looks great on your resume that you are that scholar, and you can, it will help you if we are able to, when COVID goes away, if we are able to get together and do something, you can take on as much as you want. It's like, we need you to think about what you would want to do. So you can develop leadership skills, you can develop communication skills, you can develop detailed activity type skills. All of that is available to you. And it does pay off to have those softer skills that you might not get a grade for it, but it will help you in your life, right? So I can tell you one thing. Before I became a teacher, back in my old life, I was doing secretarial work, administrative assistant work and all that. And I'll tell you one thing, that having that experience helped me be a better teacher. So I know how to stay organized. And so you never know what these skills are going to come out in you. And you're all young, so you haven't been challenged much. And you just don't know, you know, you might be the best leader we have here. Who knows? So does anybody have any questions about anything we've talked about so far?
For the alpha, beta, gamma, do you have to pay for that? Or
Yes, it's $45 to join. And I'm going to be sending out an application that's attached to emails today. So if you're interested in alpha, beta, gamma, fill out the application, and you can either bring it to my office or you can mail it to the school. Just put my name like to, you know, on the envelope, Deborah Wyman, and mail it to me. But if you're going to pay by check, make sure you make the check out to Martin Community College. So $42 goes to the ABG National Society, and $3 stays here in the Martin account for stoles or activities.
And I'll just repeat, PTK, you join online, you should receive an email from the PTK organization. PTK is $75 to join. And again, you must have a 3.5. So if you did not receive an email from me, then you're probably not eligible. You know, Dr. Wyman sent out emails, and then I also sent out emails. Some of you may have gotten 2 of them, which means you're eligible for both clubs. And some may have just gotten 1, either from just Dr. Wyman or from myself. It's $75.
And you have to have completed 12 credit hours to
right,
be
12 credit hours. And for me, it's a 3.5. It's $75. $70 of that goes to the PTK organization, and $5 goes to Martin Community College. But for mine, you have to do it all online through the PTK, and they should be emailing you a code that you would have to put in to join. Any other questions?
So to be eligible for ABG, you have to get an email?
I'm going to send an email with the attached application. So I'll be sending that out today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
do you know when you need to have the money by for ABG?
Well, I would like to have the money by November 15th, before the end of the semester, and that gives you a little bit of time to get things together. So let's see, November 15th is a Friday, and I'm off campus on Fridays. So let's make it the 22nd, the Monday before Thanksgiving. Oh wait, the 15th is a Monday. So I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong calendar. I'm really with it today. So November 15th is a Monday, and that would be the day to have your payment to me of $45. Okay. I'll put that in the email too.
And again, if you guys can't do it this semester, you know, you're going to have an opportunity. If your GPA is high enough, that's the other thing for PTK. You know, if you fall below the 3.5 next semester, then you're not going to be getting the email from me. So that is one thing to think about, you know, if you wait to decide to join next semester.
Caitlin, did you have another question?
Next month in October, I have to meet with my advisor for advising conferences. So I probably can run the money to you by then, maybe.
Okay. Well, you know, talk to me about it privately. If you think that you want to join and are having difficulty getting the money together, let me know.
Anybody else have any other questions?
So what do you do in ABG? Do you have certain activities?
Well, the activities that are done by ABG and PTK are decided by all of the members. all that Ms. Carson and I are doing is advising the committee, the societies. So if you, as a member of ABG and the other members want to get, and PTK want to get together and you want to do a fundraiser, or you want to do something else on campus, you know, you can do it. You just need to let us know what you're doing, like talk about it during these meetings, because we do have, Ms. Carson and I will have to file paperwork for you. But as far as the work of getting that done, that's going to be up to the members of the societies. So for example, if you wanted to do, say you wanted to do a car wash, well, to raise money, you would have to put that all together. We just have to send information to the administration, to the president's office, getting an okay for that. But we're not going to be out there washing cars. You know, you are going to be out there washing cars, not Ms. Carson or me. So, you know, we're advising you, we're not doing it for you. So that's something that in the past we have had things going on, and it ended up that Ms. Carson and I ended up doing all the work, and because it went too far, and then the students backed out at the last minute. And so we ended up doing it all, and we're not doing that again. So, you know, I hope that doesn't sound too harsh, but it's just that this is supposed to be an opportunity for students to build their skills, right? Ms. Carson and I already have skills. We are already employed. We were already educated. We are already doing the things that we want to do. You are at a point in your lives where you are trying to build your resumes. You're trying to show employers what you have got to offer them. And so, or your other professors or whatever. So this is an opportunity for students to broaden their horizons and to improve their social skills, leadership skills, even accounting skills, whatever it is that you want to focus on, you can do it in these groups. So yeah, there are, but there's no, as Ms. Carson said earlier, there's no required amount of activity. Like you don't have to do 20 hours during the semester to support something. You don't have to do anything like that. Just come to the meetings if you can. And, you know, if the members decide they want to do something, then you have to start talking to the other members and say, hey, let's do this. What do you think about that? And start getting something going on. Okay. Does anybody have questions about that?
So what kind of activities have they done in the past?
Well, what was it, last year or the year before, we did like a donut thing where we brought the staff and students and passed out donuts. That was just kind of something that we did for people. We've also done a few something where we collected supplies for the students at a daycare, for the children at a daycare, and we donated that to the daycare. And then we've also done.
And we had a fundraising for that to get the money to do so. Right?
Yes, right. And then we have done other fundraisers, you know, to raise money for the club, because as she said, we have to pay for the stoles. A fundraiser that we did was we got donations from different staff members and students in the club. And we created these baskets, and people did bids for the baskets.
A silent auction.
A silent auction for the baskets. So one was like a spa basket, and another one was a candy basket and a toy basket. It was a lot of work. That was a lot of work. And a lot of it fell on Dr. Wyman and myself. And we just didn't have a lot of involvement for that.
We also sold candy bars a couple of years. And we were going to do that again, but then where we were buying the candy bars, the people we were buying the candy bars from had a change in their business model, which made it not even worth doing. So we'd have to revisit that if you wanted to sell candy bars. But the candy bars sold really fast. We raised a lot of money doing that. So that would be something that, you know, if we could get the candy bars from a different way, maybe.
And then we did a 50-50 raffle one time.
So those kinds of things. But if you have other options, you know, like somebody had suggested at one time doing some sort of a Facebook auction, you know, but I don't know how much work that would be. That would be up to you. I don't know who's social, I can't even think today, social media savvy that they could do, you know, a Facebook auction, but you know, those kinds of things. So if you have something, and we actually have, I did some research on fundraising. I actually have a book in here that I have gotten permission from the publisher to copy for the students about different kinds of fundraisers that you could do. And one thing that another group here did, they did something like for Halloween. They had, what did Dawn's group do? They had like all the they had like a pumpkin carving contest and things like that. And they're selling candles, I think. So there's all kinds of things. And that little booklet that we had was that I have is, it has quite a few things in it. So something that is definitely doable for a group like ours.
But again, you know, this is a student-led organization. So if you guys, you know, want to come up with a fundraiser or something to do for the community, you guys are going to have to lead it. You're going to have to organize it. You're going to have to, you know, the only thing that Dr. Wyman and myself would be doing is getting approval from the college by filling out the paperwork and just kind of being advisors for you guys.
Right. We'll be supporting you and guiding you, but we're not going to be doing the work. We're not going to be the ones standing, you know, going around selling candy bars, for example. Right. So any other questions about that?
I know that certain clubs have induction ceremonies. So will it be on Zoom or at the college?
Well, without COVID, if we can, we're going to have a face-to-face induction ceremony. We usually have it in March or April. And it's a very, very nice evening because we allow students to bring as many people as they want. And then we have the induction ceremonies, and then we have like cake and drinks afterwards and mingle around. And it's a very nice evening. Last year, because of COVID, we did an online, not really an induction ceremony, but a recognition. And it was posted in social media and about who the students were, anybody that wanted to participate. And it worked out really well. But it was different, but everybody got everything. They got their certificates and they got their stoles and they had the recognition online. But it was different than the face-to-face one. Of course, we prefer the face-to-face because, you know, it's just, you know, it's much more of a social event, and we enjoy doing it and seeing all of you and meeting your families. But, you know, last year it just wasn't an option for us.
So we'll just kind of have to wait and see for this year, closer to March, how things are. If things improve drastically, then we will have it face to face. And if it's as bad as it is right now, we may not. We'll just have to see. And everyone that joins from, you know, I think we usually do it the summer through March and April, will be able to be in the induction ceremony. So
yeah. But you have to be
a paid now. You can.
Yeah, you have to be a paid member to be included in the induction ceremony.
Does anybody else have any other questions? If you think of something later on that you have a question about, please feel free to shoot Dr. Wyman or myself an email, and hopefully we can get an answer for you. We're going to try to have another meeting, and what do you think, Dr. Wyman? Another month or so?
Yeah, we usually have a meeting once a month. So, but if you know, want to do something, if you're thinking about doing something, and you can tell us by email, we can email the other students and see if we can generate some interest on that. So today's the what day? 16th? No, oh, 9th. Oh my gosh, I am just so bad.
Does this
So-
time work pretty good? We had a good amount of people join. Is 11:30 a good time for people? For meetings?
That's good for me.
Okay,
Good,
anybody else?
Good for me.
great.
It's good for us too.
Okay,
Oh, good, okay.
perfect. All
Well,
right, so
then-
maybe,
October 7th would be our next meeting, but that's fall break. So do you want to make the 14th of October?
October 14th, does that sound okay with everybody? It's a Thursday
At 11:30?
at 11:30? Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to do that day.
Oh,
Sorry. It's an early
At all?
release day for my kids. I'm gonna have to leave early.
okay. Well, how about the 21st then?
Yeah, the 21st, October 21st at 11:30. Is that okay with everybody?
That's fun.
Okay, so like I said, if, you start thinking about this and you want to do something, and before we meet again, because you have to keep in mind this, the semesters are short. I mean, they may not seem short to you because you have so much work to do. But for me and Miss Carson, they fly by. So if you want to get something going, and you're thinking of something, you may want to send us an email between now and then so that we can notify the other students and then see if we can get some, collaboration going on with, for you so that, it's not at the last, like you have a great idea, but we can't get it together until December 10th and we're done the course of the semester on December 17th. So, and some things can carry on to the next semester. So say something happened that you have a great idea and you're trying to get it together, but it's just not happening. We can move it to the spring semester, but if you want to do something each semester, so just something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not required, obviously, but if you think of something and you want to do something, then that would be what you should do. Send us an email about it and we'll get it out to the other potential members and members. Okay. I'm so happy that you all came. This is such a good turnout for us, having, 5 or 6 students. And, we have, as I said, you're the scholars of the school. So you should be very proud of yourselves for getting an invitation. You're the only people that meet the criteria get an invitation. You can't just come up to us and say, I want to be a PTK member or an ABG member. You have to meet the requirements, and you all have. And so I'm very proud of you for that. And I know that you're going to keep up the good work. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing you all. I see you're all shy. You keep your cameras off, but maybe next time you'll put your camera on. Okay, so look for that email that I'm going to be sending out that has the application attached, and I will also include the information about the fee. Okay.
Just curious, does anybody that is for PTK, have any of you received an email from PTK yet?
I got the email that you sent out.
Okay, have you gotten one from like ptk.org? Anybody? No? Okay, well, you should be getting it soon if you hadn't. And also check your spam, just in case. I don't think it should go there, but check that just in case.
Yeah, you never know.
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in. And if there's nothing else, we will be looking forward to, I'll be meeting you when you're bringing your applications, or you can, as I said, you can mail them to me too. And hopefully next time you'll put your cameras on. All righty.
All right, it was nice talking to everyone.
All right, take care. Bye.